Several people are missing in the Namaqualand region following severe flooding. One person driving a tractor has been swept away. Extensive damage to key transportation infrastructure has been reported, with several roads, including the N7 and N8, closed. Let's speak to Reginald Witbooi now. SABC News' senior reporter is in Springbok. So this is a nail-biting wait with regards to those who are missing. Just tell us what is happening on the ground right now, Reginald.
Well, indeed, Francis, several communities still cut off, and what is of utmost importance in this situation is the mere fact that residents are concerned about the their food supply and the fact that they are cut off from primary health care. Now, we believe or we heard that a pregnant mother gave birth earlier on in the Buffelsrivier area, but also for those residents working, they are not able to get to their jobs, and many of them rely on that income to sustain their households, and also 5 people are still missing. So search and rescue teams are on the ground looking for those who are unaccounted for. And also yesterday, the South African National Road Agency, SANRAL, released a statement saying that they had no choice but to close the N7, the road between Vioolsdrift leading to Namibia. But to close that road, and also the R52. Now, those roads are key transportation routes, because that road leading to Namibia transporting goods on a daily basis. So that is also being affected. But joining me now is the mayor of the Namaqualand municipality, Dr. Gustav Bock. A very good evening to you, sir, and thank you so much for your time. In terms of the extent of this damage, what does it look like?
Firstly, good evening, Reginald and the viewers. So we've been doing our rounds since yesterday, and we've seen massive destruction in road infrastructure, as well as sewer and some electricity works. Now, mainly, affecting the area on the R355, the route between Springbok, Buffelsrivier, Kommegas and Kleinsee, that is completely destroyed and cut off. So those 3 communities, the Buffelsrivier, Kommegas and Kleinsee community, is in all sense of the word destitute at this moment. The water is still raging. Some reports say that the water in the Buffelsrivier is still rising, but that of the Skarprivier is slowly subsiding. The other community that is on the N7 towards Namibia is the Vioolsdrift and Rooiwal community. That community has also seen great destruction, and mostly that road is also inaccessible. Now, basically, that just gives us a brief view of the type of damage that might be there. So search and rescue from the SABC and from Transport and Safety and Liaison has been sort of trying to get boats into the water, but without air support, it makes it extremely difficult, because the streams and the current of the water is of that nature that when the boats go in, they will have to be airlifted back to shore. So we are in waiting, for province and provincial government to give us that air support and air relief, so that we can service those community while Public Works, which is their road infrastructure, and SANRAL work on their plans to sort of, refurbish, reconstruct these roads, because that is what is most probably going to have to happen. Some of the bridges are totally damaged, especially that bridge between Kleinsee as the Buffelsrivier goes into the ocean, and so there's going to be an extensive repair work needing to be done in the near future.
We are also talking here about lives and livelihoods. We know that 5 people are currently missing. What is the latest on that?
Basically, Reginald, like I mentioned, without air support, it makes it extremely difficult for search and rescue to go into those streams and go and search for those people. So as we stand, those 5 people are still unaccounted for. Health services cannot reach the people. As you mentioned to the viewers that a baby was born. Luckily, there was a nurse and there is a nursing assistant available to sort of aid in the injections and the necessary infant care that baby needs. But still, the resources, the diapers and all those things are still lacking, supplies mainly. And that is food supply, clothing and all those type of supplies that is lacking in those regions because they are, like I said, cut off from Springbok, which is the main supply area at this point. So, in all essence, Reginald, we are in the process of classifying the disaster, meaning that we need to gather data. We need to make sure that data and incidents is accurate. Then we need to submit as the Namaqualand municipality, which is a local municipality, in collaboration with the district municipality, we need to submit that information to provincial government, and they need to declare a state of disaster so that we can get to a state of post-disaster reparations and management of this floods.
Also, just lastly, alternative routes. We know that SANRAL released a statement saying that N7, R352 and R355 closed. Alternative routes in this area for people to access other areas?
It makes it extremely difficult. We've sort of established a joint operations committee with all the stakeholders. As of now, the district municipality, Namaqualand, SABC, provincial traffic and our traffic services is on that jock, but we've seen a lack of commitment from health, social development, all those others to come to the party to collaborate on a level that we can drive impact into that region. So for all intents and purposes, we are relying on these institutions, these government institutions to extend our hand in bringing support to that area. Now, when you do think about alternative roads, those roads need to be either droned or they need to be driven to be declared safe. So you cannot promote a road without making sure that it is safe for all the other people to use. So now there has been sort of a road identified, but Public Works need to make sure that road is safe. They need to also obviously attend to the legalities of, if it is a private road, what would happen if there's insurance claims and all those things. Now I know that it's a lot and it is in state of an emergency, but you need to be mindful of all those aspects before you alert the public to alternative roads.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gustav Bok. Well, Francis, Dr. Gustav Bok there, the Namaqualand Municipal Mayor, just bringing us up to date on the latest, saying that a joint operations committee has been established, but they are urging all other relevant departments to come to the table to see how best they can mitigate this disaster. Also saying that 5 people are still unaccounted for, and that they are doing everything possible to see how they can move through this and assist those communities that are cut off. So we are also going out tomorrow, and we will be bringing our viewers up to date on the latest what's happening here on the ground, because we just arrived here a few minutes ago.